Paying for the first date. So just a point of clarification, you want the guy to pay for the first date, correct?
The first transaction.
The first transaction, first date. Would you consider that to be a traditional gender role for a guy to pay for the first date?
Yes.
Okay, so you want a traditional guy?
No.
Oh. Wait.
What do you
Gotcha.
want about traditional?
So you want a traditional gesture?
Yes.
Okay.
I
Are
don't
you?
want them traditional. You want a poly? What do you mean you don't want them traditional? I don't understand.
Went from traditional to
You
poly.
know, well, because then it's like, oh, well, then I want to be able to do my job. I want to be able to post bikini pics.
Oh, I
That
see
would
what
be
you're saying.
not
Yeah.
traditional, you know?
Right.
So,
So I guess where I'm going with that is, do you consider yourself a traditional woman?
no.
Do you? Okay, that's fair though. You did admit that you don't necessarily want a traditional guy, but you do want, at least in this specific scenario, a guy to adhere to his traditional gender role in the first instance of paying for the first date.
Yeah.
So are there any, maybe you're not a traditional woman, but are there any initial ways in which you adhere to your traditional gender roles, even if
Yeah,
limited?
of course. I even with my ex, I would cook, I would clean, I would do the domestic stuff. I think
Okay.
some stuff is just natural, right? Even if you,
Sure.
Can't
But
fight
you do want that upfront traditional treatment from a man. But I mean, you do. Please clarify. It's not clear to me. You do OnlyFans.
yes,
You
I do, like-
post. Do you post full nude?
no.
You post what? Pantyhose or something, or what is it?
Tease, lewds. I guess you can
Lewds.
say, yeah.
Is that traditional?
No.
So why do you demand a guy adhere to his traditional gender role, but on the front end, but when he's first met you, you have your.
I think it's more like I don't know if I would call it traditional, more like a cultural thing almost. Would that make
But
sense?
couldn't you make the argument that culturally men are not thrilled about dating women who are posting? Can you please specify precisely what you have, like lingerie? You post lingerie
Oh,
photos, or
I do pantyhose content.
do you sell your pantyhose?
I have.
That's pretty non-traditional.
No, I agree.
That's
I'm
what
not
she
a
said,
tradi- I'm not traditional. I'm very like free spirited, and I hope like whoever my partner is, and they have been in the past, they've been free spirited too. Just in this one instance, and in some instances, I think it's the polite and respectful thing to do.
You don't want to try a little poly? No.
No.
Okay.
I would say
I'm fucking,
Why?
I'm fucking with you. I'm
But
fucking with
wouldn't it be the polite and respectful thing to do when getting into a new relationship with a man to not have your
Yeah.
semi-nude photographs online and
Well,
have
it's not-
sent dudes who you don't even
Pantyhose.
know your pantyhose?
Yeah, I guess no. I agree with you, but it's not black and white. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like we can't just put into a box either you're traditional or non-traditional. You need to find someone with the same values as you. And in this case, those traditional like restaurant things and cultural things like that to me is important. And then other, sexual things like, showing a bit of skin on the line, that's not as big of a deal as me. Him having multiple partners, that's not as big of a deal as it.
Oh, so
it is.
you be polygynous. You just wouldn't be polyamorous.
I don't know. No, what is polygynous when you're
multiple women.
into? Yeah, I'm not.
But it's closed on your end.
Yeah, no, I just a traditional monogamous relationship.
that's
Well,
a good
that's not
question.
what you
Like, do
just
you guys
said.
prefer
What did I
monogamous or
say?
polyamorous? Because in this times now, it's like okay, totally fine if you have like. Do you guys prefer to be monogamous?
I was just in a polygamous relationship. Is that how you say it? Closed on one end.
Polygyny.
Polygyny. So yeah, closed on my end, but open on his.
Polygynous, yeah.
And I was really okay with it, like 100% okay with it. But at the end of it, things ended because like of my past, and he like just couldn't get over it essentially. So I had to take the L on that one, and
You didn't take an L.
no, I did.
You
I
didn't
did
take an
take an
L.
L. I did. Because yeah.
Sweet. By the way, Mike, Rolo texted me, and this was when we were talking about like the girls who will make one guy wait and then make previous guys not wait. So this is from Rolo Tomasi, the Rational Male. Women break rules for alpha males and make rules for beta males. So you'll make the
Can you repeat that?
They make rules for alphas and break rules for betas.
Okay, so
Sorry,
we touched
they
that.
make rules for betas and break rules for alphas. They
Oh,
make
1000%.
rules for betas and break rules for
I'm a
alphas.
living
Okay.
testimony.
So,
of
but I
that.
guess going back to what you were saying before, you had said that you were not like quite as bothered with him having other sexual partner or him seeing other women as. but
Sorry,
then-
I think I misspoke. I meant like him having a lot of sexual partners in the past.
Oh, in the
That's
past.
Why, yeah,
Oh,
sorry.
so I said
know, yeah,
polygynous.
that's why I got a bit confused.
Confused.
Sorry.
Hey,
Sorry,
Nick,
my bad.
Nick, can you pull up the Twitch really quick, and then we have two more things, and then we're gonna wrap.